This is Abia COVID-19 update.
Abia COVID-19 update.
Well, the coronavirus pandemic COVID-19 has no doubt adversely affected all aspects of our lives, forced many businesses to temporarily shut down and governments across the world to place a restriction on movement while exempting providers of essential services who are to strictly observe social distancing rules while providing services as a way to contain the spread of the virus. Now, unfortunately, the educational sector is a part of the receiving end. According to UNESCO, an estimated 1.725 billion learners have been affected as a result of school closures, representing about 99.9% of the world's student population as of the 13th of April 2020. Now, to cushion the effect of the pandemic, the world is embracing technological innovations. Virtual interactions are increasingly adopted to replace the face-to-face engagements which we all are familiar with, and to limit the total disruption to many sectors. UNESCO, that's the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, has recommended the use of distance learning programs, open educational applications and platforms by schools and teachers to reach learners remotely. But the success of these recommendations hinges on the use of high technology or low technology solutions, which are based on the reliability of local power supply, internet connectivity and digital skills of teachers, students, parents and caretakers in Nigeria. Many states in Nigeria, including Abia, have embarked on airing school lessons on radio and television, and this is highly commendable, I will say. Today, we are taking a look at this alternative way of learning this morning on the program, the innovation, the implementation and the challenges. This is Abia State COVID-19 update, the first edition for the month of May. My name is Michael Oni. On this program, we highlight daily reports of the Interministerial Committee on the Control of COVID-19 as well as Abia State Governor Okezie Ikpeazu's efforts in ensuring that the state is safe from the virus. It is running simultaneously every weekday from Mondays through Fridays on several radio stations in the state: BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM, Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM, Buzz 89.7 FM, and Real 99.1 FM. Globally, the coronavirus COVID-19 is affecting 212 countries and territories, and as of 7:30 a.m. today, there are 3,308,874 more confirmed cases worldwide and 228,263 deaths. Also, around a third of the world's known coronavirus patients, some 1,042,993 people have recovered from the disease. Now, Nigeria yesterday recorded 204 coronavirus cases, the first time the daily recorded cases of the virus exceeded 200. Also, a state other than Lagos recorded the highest daily figure, the first time in weeks. That's according to the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Kano State recorded 80 of the 204 cases recorded, while Lagos recorded 45. The 204 cases bring the total number of coronavirus cases in Nigeria to 1,932, and deaths from the virus also increased to 58 from 51, while 319 have recovered. Well, in Abia State, the two index cases, both of who are patients of Federal Medical Center in Umuahia, are stable and receiving care at the isolation facility. And also, distribution of palliatives is continuing, with the chairman, presidents of some state associations in the state invited to the food bank of the Interministerial Committee on COVID-19 located at the office of the wife of the governor at the government house in Umuahia to collect palliative items for the needy and vulnerable members of their communities. Today, Friday, being the 1st of May 2020, it started at 10:30 a.m. Ebonyi People's Assembly, Anambra State Town Unions Association of Imo Town Unions, Enugu State Consultative Forum, Akwa Ibom Indigenous Association. Now, let's go straight to the business of the day. Virtual interactions are increasingly adopted to replace the face-to-face engagements and limit the total disruption to educational systems. Abia State embarked on airing school lessons on radio and television, and joining us this morning to explain the measures put in place to ensure that there are no gaps in the education sector in Abia State is the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Dr. Kale Nechi Wangwa. I got your name correctly this time around.
Very close.
All right, very close. Okay, put me through.
Yeah, Kale Nechi Wangwa.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner, for joining us this morning. What brought about airing of lessons on radios and television stations in Abia State?
The situation that we all know about, the schools were forced to close and the children have been staying at home. The governor of Abia State, in his wisdom and his love for education, thought it very wise for us to sit down and start doing something for our children, because the whole idea of children staying at home, whiling away the time, and many of them will even start forgetting what they were doing in school. So the governor called us together and then gave us his vision, and we went back to the ministry and started working it out, so that we are having the radio television classroom program. In fact, the governor gave that name, the radio classroom program.
Radio classroom
classroom. So we found that very, very exciting, and we started working on converting the regular classroom to the radio situation, where the teachers will be interacting with the children just the same way they will in the classroom. So this is what we have been doing, and the teachers have been very, very cooperative, and we are working on and then getting on with many of the subjects, and we are doing well so far.
How many subjects do you have on the radio?
Yeah, for the senior secondary, we started with English, mathematics, Igbo language, economics, biology, chemistry, physics. And then we are adding government and civic education.
Interesting.
Yeah. Then in the junior secondary, we have English, mathematics, Igbo language, computer studies. We have basic science and basic technology, which of course includes ICT. Then in the primary, we started with English, maths, Igbo, basic science, and computer studies.
Interesting. Yes. So let's talk about the impact.
Generally, the entire idea, we looked at it. If we use the internet, many people are in places where they may not have this access, and that may be a limiting factor. We also considered other options, but we found out that the radio is the easiest, because people could buy a transistor radio, just get their battery with it, no matter wherever they are.
They can also listen to the radio via your phone.
Yeah, so we thought about that, and that's why we came down and started with the radio, television, and I think the many people from the feelers, people are
the
calling
feelers positive feedbacks. Now, are you getting the feedbacks expected from this particular innovation?
Yes, certainly we are, because wherever we go, people will say, oh, we are enjoying the program. Many parents are calling to tell me their children, they don't miss the program. The moment is that time, the children want to say, let's get together and all that. So when we get this feedback, it means that something is happening and people are making use of it.
So let's talk about the airing of the program. It's presently on which of the radio stations in Abia State?
Yeah, presently the BCA and Real FM.
Interesting.
Yes.
The time?
For the primary school, we start from 8, run it till 11. And then for the senior, for the secondary school, we start from 12 to 1. Then have a break from 1:30 to 3. So we have 12 to 1.
Okay.
And then between 1 and 1:30 we are off. We come back 1:30 and run till 3 p.m.
Interesting. Well, it is Abia State COVID-19 update, and we do have the Honorable Commissioner for Education right here in the studio, Dr. Kale Nechi Nwangwa, right, very much right here. And of course, we're taking a look at the innovation. It's a new innovation, and it has not been in place, but due to this COVID-19, the lockdown, it is now in place. Talking about the lessons radio school program on radio stations right here in Abia State. We're taking a look at that this morning on the program. Very soon we will open the phone lines. Let's talk about the impact of COVID-19 on school calendar in Abia State. What is going to be the next step taken by the ministry?
As a matter of fact, the impact is worldwide. In fact, there is no place where this has not affected their school calendar. So we left, and we are looking at studying the situation very regularly to see what to do. But right now, I cannot conclusively sit down and tell you that tomorrow, next tomorrow, and so on we go. But we will keep using the radio classroom program to be moving until it is safe for us to call the children back to school. So for now, we have not started setting dates when the children will come back to school.
Interesting. Now, I would like to take you on the feedback mechanism now from the student when you're in the school, the face-to-face interaction that we're very used to. At the end of the term, we have the result, the report card, or at the end of a test, or at the end of a particular topic in the syllabus, you have a test being conducted. How do you intend to grade and to know the performance of the student participating on these classes on radio?
Okay, at the end of every class period, we usually give class assignments, and the student will do this assignment and send it to us on a dedicated WhatsApp page. Then we get this response. We are not actually looking at it from the standpoint of the exam, but we're looking at it from the standpoint of what the children are gaining from the lectures they are having. We are hoping that by the time we continue to teach them, this pandemic will be over one day, and we will run our exams based on the lessons we have had. Instead of starting over, we will simply build them into the system, then start giving the exam. Right now, we don't have the exam aspect in the program.
So if there are no exam aspects, we cannot be talking about incentives for students that are very diligent in following that class on radio.
There is, because you see, the assignment, they are doing this assignment and they are getting it back, and we are getting this assignment and putting them together. So at the end, we'll be able to know the level of participation, and then the committee will sit down to say, what can we do for all these people that were very consistent and things like that. So we have such program, but what I'm trying to say is that the issue of coming up to say we're going to run exam online and all that, we have not captured that yet.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go for a break now. When we return, we open the lines. The lines are 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. You can also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. We're taking a look at the impact of the COVID-19 on our school calendar, and of course vis-a-vis the school radio program ongoing in 2 radio stations right now, as put together by the Abia State government and also the Ministry of Education, to cushion the effect of this pandemic, the lockdown, the total lockdown on our activities, just to curtail the spread of this virus. It is Abia State COVID-19 update.
This is Abia COVID-19 update.
Abia COVID-19 update.
It is Abia COVID-19 update live on BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM, Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM, Buzz 89.7 FM, Real 99.1 FM, all in the capital of Abia, all in Abia State. And of course, it's a program that highlights the daily reports of the Inter-Ministerial Committee on the Control of COVID-19, as well as the Abia State Governor's efforts in ensuring that the state is safe from the virus. Now, let's hear from you this morning. We want feedback concerning the radio programs as put in place by the Ministry of Education in Abia State. 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning once again, Michael Rooney.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, our honorable in the house. Yeah, this is Roman the Prophet on the line.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm telling you, all the initiatives by the state government concerning this coronavirus is a laudable initiative. I like it. It's very nice. It's a very, very good initiative in order to help our peoples in the house so that they will not be empty when eventually the coronavirus will become a thing of the past. But where I have problem is in the area of electricity. A lot of houses doesn't have electricity in order to maybe join this program because some of us use our phone. And there's no way you will use your phone and keep to your children and go when you don't have money to buy phone. You see? So what the EEDC as I said should do is to help the government, because what they are doing is to help the students, the nursery school.
All right, quickly wrap up your thoughts, please.
So what I want the EEDC is to help the government in order to actualize this laudable initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
My name is Wapochi. Good morning, Honorable Commissioner for Education.
Good morning.
Mike, to be honest with you, I've been following this program as regards to the children using radio to learn. At least these days, my children are not really missing a lot. Not only that, in their own school, they are also doing e-learning. After doing the work, they will send the children, they will do the assignment and send back to them. Like the one I did, I did for them in terms of teaching them the assignment. So from the radio that I got it, and after which they did the assignment, I sent it to that WhatsApp number, BCA WhatsApp number. I sent it to them. So I've not gotten any response from them as regards to this is your marks and all the rest of them. The truth is this: Abia government is really trying to make sure that our children do not lose a lot on this period that we are into now.
All right,
I urge everyone to join hands together. Even if you don't have the other bigger radio, you can just buy the little.
Thank you very much. Jennifer Ebere Anosike says, "Good morning, Mike and the Commissioner. This is a right step in the right direction. The children are really taking it serious. Oh, thank you for your contribution. The governor has done very much for giving hope to the citizens. Now is at lockdown. Also, governor shall ensure state workers receive salaries as possible. The school radio program is highly educating. Kudos to all concerned." Samuel Lawrence. Thank you, Samuel. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You're welcome. Good morning. Move away from your radio set, please.
I'm about to speak on the line.
All right. What's your contribution? I can still hear the feedback from your radio.
That, the learning is not getting to the grassroots because of those that don't have the opportunity of using their radio, or since there is no light. How are we going to go about it?
All right. Thank you for your question. Challenges concerning getting to the grassroots, because some persons are complaining of the poor power supply at the hinterlands.
Yeah, we thought about this. That's why we started talking about the radio. You can use get a small transistor radio, so you can get a battery. Use the battery. With the battery, the light may not be a very big problem, and any transistor radio will be very useful. We are not asking you to drop your phone for your children, but you could buy them a small transistor radio. that won't be much. And then the assignment, the feedback coming from the assignment will certainly, I've had that. We'll go back and make sure that the feedback will start getting to those who have done the assignment. We will certainly do something about that immediately.
Ozioma from Umudike says the idea is nice, but what about JSS3 students?
As it is, we started with the JS3, but you know, when you see JS2, JS3, SS2, SS3, the primary 5, primary 6. We are going to, by the coming week, we will include primary 4, 5, 6, and then we'll also run the program in a way that even the other children will have something to learn. So it's a program that is not leaving anybody behind.
Okay.
Because along the line, you find out that you must come into somewhere.
How did you select the teachers you're using on those programs? You will agree with me, teaching in a four-walled classroom is quite different from teaching on the radio.
Yeah, that's why where the technical aspect will come in, because immediately we conceived this idea, we got together and then invited our teachers. You know, they are all at home. They came, we did a kind of screening, not necessarily we screened and then did orientation. So the screening and the orientation brought out the best. Some of them, the problem was their voice, some of them was, you know, just one small thing or the other. So we dropped some and then selected others. So that's what we have been doing, and as they participate, we continue to assess them. And from the assessment, we keep improving. That's what we are doing.
Those teachers participating, are they getting any extra allowance, maybe a part at the back?
Certainly at the end of the day, we'll get a
job
part,
well done.
they will get a part at the back.
All right, let's entertain more calls. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Dr. Casey Mwangwa.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's Alvan. I'm calling you from Bench.
Welcome, Alvan.
Yeah, I must thank Abia State Government and the Commissioner for Education for this noble innovative innovation. It's very, very interesting. It's not only for the school children. We, the adults, we do learn from it. You know, learning is a continuous exercise, something we continue to do. Of course, I want to urge the teachers at home to always join the program because they have something to, you know, pick from the program. All the necessary adjustments, the program continues to improve day by day. Because when they started, we complained about the speed of the teachers. Of course, they must bear in mind, even though they must have it at the back of their mind that they are communicating with people. So that level of interaction should be there, and they are really improving on it. I must commend the Commissioner for the good job they're doing. Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Morning, I'm Onyedikachi. I'm calling from Abia.
Welcome, Onyedikachi.
Yes, I want to thank the Honorable Commissioner of Education, my brother, Honorable Colonel Wangwa, for his laudable innovation on this program. It's very, very interesting and educative to the children and we grown up. I want to urge him to use the innovation to turn around the education sector in Niger State, both primary and education. If he can be able to do this thing, the posterity will judge him in a very good way because his name will be raised in a good paper because we are still lacking on that.
Thank you very much, Onyedikachi. This Ozioma is sent in another message here from Omudike. I think he's referring to NECO examination, JSS3 NECO examination. He's asking how about it.
Yeah, you see, both NECO, WAEC, everybody, they shifted everything because we have to watch to see what is happening. This is not something that peculiar to Abia State. It's affecting everybody. So right now, everything is on hold. And the moment we hear that the dates, a new date for anything is set, we will communicate. But as at now, everything is on hold. And we are hoping that as the situation gets better, the hold will be dropped.
All right. Yes. Honorable Commissioner, thank you very much for being part of the program this morning. Our time is past spent. Thank you very much, Dr. Kale Nechi Owangwa the Honorable Commissioner for Education in Abia State. We should not forget that education is the bedrock of every society, as education is the solution to whatever problem we might have. Sincere appreciation goes to the teachers working assiduously in delivering lessons on radio despite the short notice too and lack of training, although they've been informed on what to do, as also highlighted by the Honorable Commissioner. This wake-up call will definitely propel us to keep ruminating on other solutions at bridging the gap of education inequity during this period and making it happen by all means. Many thanks for being part of the program this morning. My name is Michael Oni.
This is Abia COVID-19 update.
Abia COVID-19 update.